Hi everyone, this is Beck, and this is my intro video to what I hope is going to be my series for at least a year, called Beck's Journey. We haven't checked that out on YouTube to see if that's acceptable or actually anything about creating an actual channel on YouTube yet, but I know that's what this is going to eventually be. Um, so we're just going to get right into it so that this doesn't wind up being 20 or 30 minutes long. But this is going to be a series about my journey over the next year. I am 41 years old, and up until about 4 months ago, I identified as a lesbian. Um, and about 4 months ago, I started questioning whether or not that was actually accurate or not. And we'll get into all the whys and the discovery part of that in some of the other videos. But yeah, I started to question whether or not I was transgendered, and over the last 4 months, I have come to the decision that yes, in fact, I am transgendered. Lesbian does not fit. Um, I embraced it, but at the same time, it never felt quite right. This does. At the same time, I am much farther along in my life than a lot of the people that I'm at least seeing on YouTube, the videos that I've watched that are realizing this even when they're teenagers, early 20s, and going through transitions fairly early on, in my opinion. I'm nearly middle-aged, and am actually very comfortable with me overall. So it's a matter of how much transition I'm going to do. I was actually thinking that the series would be, whether or not I would transition at all. And after this weekend, coming out with my friends and stuff, who nobody was shocked by it, I realized that I was already transitioning. Just accepting the fact that I am transgender has given me a great deal of confidence. It has helped me figure out and understand so many things about my personality and about my past that I never quite fit. And so I know that I'm already starting to transition. I am now comfortable expressing the parts of myself that were more masculine that I have been suppressing, at least off and on, pretty much my whole life. So I know I'm already transitioning. It's just a matter of how far do I need to go to be comfortable with who I am and comfortable with my body, and to be as confident in myself as I possibly can, so that I can be able to do everything that I want to do in my life. So I also realized when I was coming to this realization that I knew very little about um, being transgender, about the transition that you have to go through, how it affects your body, what it affects, um, all the little nuanced things, the small little things that you have to go through. Um, and just some of the barriers that we face in trying to pass and trying to live our lives. And it's been, I've learned a lot already, and hopefully through this video series we're going to, I'm going to learn more, and hopefully everybody who watches, hopefully there will be a lot of you, everybody who watches this video will learn some things with me. The way I'm going to break up these videos is I've already got several topics that I want to talk about. First is going to be my background. Second is going to be probably how I came to the realization, how I felt about it, and how I feel going forward. The reactions from my friends, the reactions from my family. I was actually going to talk to my mother about this today, but circumstances didn't quite leave enough time, and I didn't really feel like this was a conversation that needed to be rushed. So we're going to talk about that in a video. We may need an entire video to talk about why I will not be telling my father for at least a year, until I decide, if I start going on hormones and stuff, yeah, I'm probably going to need to tell him before my voice starts to get deep and I start, needing to shave my face, and start asking him to call me his son instead of his daughter. So, yeah, that'll be fun when that comes around. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to get a little more polished at this. This is the first time I've ever made one of these, so, forgive me if it's kind of jumpy or whatever. And my dog's bugging me too. So, yeah, so this is my introduction to Beck's journey. And I hope that you will follow me, and I hope that you enjoy the videos. And please feel free to comment on the videos, ask questions throughout. I am already a very comfortable person with myself. I do not get offended easily, so, please feel free to ask me anything you want. I will be as open and honest as I possibly can. I want this to be a very open journey. I think that it helps people when, for me personally, just outside of the YouTube videos, if I do this publicly, I don't really like that phrase, but if I'm open about it and people know that I'm transitioning and they actually see the transition period for me and everything, I think it'll help them relate a little bit better to it, be a little bit more compassionate to anybody else that they run into that's transgendered, and just bring it home to them, show them that, yeah, by the way, there are transgender people that and you interact with. And Chelsea, sorry, bored Pomeranian. So yeah, so hopefully this is gonna be a good time, and I'm hoping I will get several videos made in the next week, and excuse me, and she wanted to say hi. Say hi. This is Chelsea. Hi. Hopefully I'll get several videos made and hopefully uploaded in the next week, and we'll get started on this journey and see where it takes us. So until next time, I hope y'all are well, and we'll see you around.